Good morning, Captain Australia here, and it is day 47 of the Big Walk. And this will be then a Captain Australia's morning update. Boom, boom. So I am on the road to Ulladulla. I think I'm like 44k from Ulladulla at the moment. Sorry for all the traffic noise. I hope you can hear me okay. A couple of quick shout outs, and I'll give you a quick update of what happened yesterday. So first up, shout out to a business called Flippin' Pizza at Sanctuary Point. Via the lovely family, Nathan, Jade and their beautiful kids, they provided a pizza and we had a roadside picnic yesterday afternoon. So also a shout out to Nathan and his family, Jade and the kids. We had, Nathan walked with me probably for about 12k yesterday afternoon, a great effort. And then we had a little picnic and I met Andy, who you will see in photos and videos from yesterday, because I had no service, I'm sorry. I could not stream. So yeah, Andy's the lovely gentleman who brought out my new boots, which you can see them right there. They're my sexy new boots. Boom, boom. So because these boots have complete tread, and I've adapted to having no tread, they're actually slightly painful while you spring them in at first, but all good. So there's a shout out to Valhalla Outdoor and Tactical, who sent them down from Brisbane. Thank you so much. And Paddy Palin, who sent a sleeping bag. And I have this cool new beanie with a little light on the top as well, which is really good. So I'm all geared up. I'm carrying way too much water and food, and I'm headed for Ulladulla. So that's my plan. Ulladulla is going to be a social sort of a destination. There's a bunch of people who wanted to meet. So we're going to the pub, and we're going to drink beer and make fellowship, which is bloody great. Annie says, Annie Marie McGranger is watching. Okay, cool. So no comments to worry about. Now, I'll just show you. This is the kind of thing we have to deal with on the walk. Great to see you have new boots, says John. Yeah, cheers, John. So have a look over here. I don't know if you can easily tell just how sort of perilous this is, but let's have a gander. So, sign Suffolk Creek, says the sign. And there's this little bridge over here. The creek. You could actually go down and cross on the stones, you know. So under there's a dry creek bed. So if this truly were unacceptably perilous, I could actually go down and across. There's a bit of barbed wire down there, but it looks like I could just go down, clamber across, being very careful. But to me, that option looks more dangerous than this option. But you can probably see, you walk into incoming traffic, and there's a little bit of a margin on the side there. So this is by far not the worst road I've had to contend with, but as you can see, that's not entirely safe altogether either. But, you know, if it was safe, it would be a holiday, not an adventure. Am I right? Yo, Captain Australia, you're right. Like a little bit of danger goes a long way to restoring the sense of being alive, you know what I mean? Anyway, the Big Walk is about that, me coming back to life after cancer. John says, good morning, Captain. Stay safe, mate. John, thank you. Good morning to you. Cordy says, right on. And please be careful, says Terry. Yeah, I will. All gonna be fine. I've dealt with worse than this. But yeah, so Ulladulla, and we're gonna have a nice social time at Ulladulla. Amy says, thank you for everything you are doing. Oh, cheers. I mean, there's a selfish core to it where I am absolutely healing myself after a horrible fight with stage 4 cancer. But I think in doing that, I'm trying to unselfishly share that as well, in case it helps anybody dealing with similar sort of problems. Because for me, the fundamental lesson is, hope is the fuel. If you have hope, you can solve any problem in your life. You just keep trying, failing, learning, succeeding. But kindness is the engine, you know?
So with those two things combined, you can get pretty much anywhere. Yeah. So I've been able to come back from I was a walking ghost, and here I am today. You know, I'm far from a perfect human being. I'm a weird buffet in the bush dressed as a superhero, walking to Melbourne, but I'm healed. You know, every dimension that matters as a human being, I'm healed. I'm getting physically stronger every day, mentally stronger, emotionally and spiritually better, ethically. So, heal. And that's available to all of us. So that's the unselfish part of sharing the story, you know what I mean? And the ultimate part is to help this charity called the Kids Cancer Project. So if you are newly arrived, the Kids Cancer Project is a charity about research into softening and improving pediatric cancer treatments. The average age of an affected child is 6. 6. 950 Aussie kids every year are diagnosed. Almost 1,000 Aussie kids every year. 3 children every week die. So, unacceptable, nope, terrible. We, you, me, we have to fix that. So, I met my mate Andy last night, and there's some photos and stuff. He was cameraman recording a video where I opened up the new boots, but he hit record and then hit not record again, so I don't have any of that, but I'll love to shout out to my mate Andy, lovely bloke. So we camped together last night and had a good old chat, shared life stories. So I've got my new boots, I've got a sleeping bag, I've got all the gear now that I comfortably need to make Melbourne. The old boots, I've given them to Andy, he's holding them for me, and I've written on them. I'll send you a photo or a video later. So I've written, you know, about the big walk, and I've signed them, and, you know, just written a couple of little, yeah, whatever you would call it, manifestos of Captain Australia. The idea was to auction them off for the charity, but I think I might actually see if, you know, someone like my young mate Archer might want them, you know. I think that's a better option than auctioning them off, but I don't know, we'll muddle through, figure something out. So the old boots have not gone in the bin, they're in the back of Andy's van, and they've been written on and signed and stuff. So more on that later. I've asked my mate Jock, we've had a few donated like commodities, and I've asked my mate Jock if he could look into being the auctioneer for him, because he's a lovely bloke. He got Australian of the Year in his region where he lives, and he's always helping charities out. And he's great at auctioning stuff off for charities. So there's things like there's a harbour bridge climb, like a V8 supercar experience, all these lovely things that some corporate entities are getting on board and starting to say, yeah, we'd love to donate this. So we might be able to run a couple more auctions and see if we can add a little. The last one was a bit, you know, ho-hum. See if we can add a bit of razzle-dazzle to it all. So we've got some comments here. So let me address them all. I hope you can hear me all right with all the traffic. I've got my magic earbuds in. Pop on the old man spectacles. There we are, Captain Australia. Now let's see what's going on with these comments. It was good seeing you in South Nowra, mate, says Drew. Keep up the good walk. Yeah, cheers, Drew. I love the play on words. Keep up the good walk. Such work. Good on you. Neil says, car versus captain, not good. The car might come off badly. Neil, pleasure to see your name again, my friend. Good on you. Nathan. So this is the chap that I walked with yesterday afternoon. Morning, Cap. I'm pretty sore this morning. It was an awesome walk. Good luck and stay safe. Thanks, Nathan. It was a pleasure to share the road with you, brother. Amy says, you're amazing. Appreciate you. Well, thanks, Amy. That's a delightful thing to say. Cheers. And Anne-Marie McGranger says, hi. Can't believe you just mentioned my name. I've been following you this whole journey. You're a legend. Oh, cheers. Well, geez. The idea that there have been people watching for, like, for me, I don't know, it feels like 3 days or a lifetime. It's no in between. But people have been watching for the whole thing. I'm humbled, and, geez, thank you so much. Cordy says, Ulladulla rocks, mate. One of my favourite towns. Fuel Roadhouse at East Lynn awaits you, Captain. Fuel Roadhouse, okay. Apparently, I might have a loyalty thing here, because there's a place I think called the Marlin or Marlin Hotel or something. So my good mate Phil in Ulladulla has organised a room there, and I believe it's an oldie style pub underneath. So I might find myself hanging out there instead of the Roadhouse, even if the Roadhouse is a great old fun place to go, because they've showed me tremendous kindness. Margaret says, great new boots, bring on New South Wales and Victoria. Yep, it's still probably a good couple of weeks till I hit the Victorian border, and another couple of weeks beyond that to hit Melbourne. Comments. David says, keep going, our superhero. The Wild West is still watching. Yeah, mate, good on you. Morning, Captain Bro, says Aaron. Morning, Bro, Aaron, says Captain. Melissa Johnson, online raffle would be top idea for those donated prizes. Yeah, look, I have absolute confidence in my mate Jock. He is a lovely guy, and he's just totally, he throws himself into things like that. Anything that involves kindness, helping a charity, all of that, bang, jumps in both feet. So he's a lovely guy. And he raffled off an old bottle of scotch that I think was probably worth $180 or something. He raffled it off for $500 for the charity, just in his local community, and he just did that by himself. So I reckon he'd be a great auctioneer if we had more donated commodities. Like, step right up, come on. I hear 100 to 100 to 110, yeah, 130 to 130, all that sort of stuff. I reckon you could do a good live auction if people really got into it. 40 Slicky says, Marlin Hotel is great in Ulladulla. Okay, awesome. Ricky, great work as always, Captain. Well, thanks, Ricky. That's lovely, mate. Thank you for saying that. And there we go. Comments up to date. Responded. Duty done. So now, look at all these trucks and stuff going over here. I'm going to wait until I get a moment of peace in the road. I'm going to run over to the other side over there, and then I'm going to run across that, walk across that bridge there in towards the incoming traffic. And, you know, as you say, car versus captain, the car loses. Actually, no, I think everybody loses in that scenario. So, yeah, I'll be careful. I won't necessarily be completely safe, but I will be smart and I will be careful. So don't worry about me. All is well. And I'll stream up later. Right now I'm 44k from Ulladulla. So when I camp tonight, I would like to be maybe 10k from Ulladulla, so I can just roll in the morning. So I'll aim to do a good 34, 35k. The only thing that will hold me back is the fact that these boots are brand new, so I might get a little bit of pain as they spring in. So that might slow me down a little, but otherwise, so far, so good. So thanks so much for your time and your interest. And if you've got any questions, chuck them in the comments. I always do my best to read through and try and answer if there's any questions and stuff in there. I have absolute gratitude and respect that you're here and you're interested. So please, if you want to fire off any questions, go for it. And yeah, if you are anywhere in any of the communities upcoming, like Bega, Bateman's Bay, Eden, if you're in any of those towns and you'd like to meet up, bang, I'm in. If you are in any of those towns and you would like to organise something for the charity, bang, I'm in. You take the leadership on it, because I'm just walking down the road dealing with all of the day-to-day stuff I'm dealing with. I don't look more than one day in advance, really. But if you wanted to organise a karaoke night at the local pub, and Captain Australia's going to come and have a sing, lovely. You do that, and people don't have to pay to come in. If they come in, they can donate voluntarily. You know, we don't have to put people's arms behind their backs and sort of trick them into donating. But if you want to organise a social event that might very well generate interest and some donations, that's wonderful. So you do you, and just send me a message. So Facebook message the Captain Australia's Big Group thing, what the hell am I saying? Captain Australia's Big Walk, Facebook message that. I see it, I'll answer it, and we'll make whatever you have in mind happen if you live in any of these upcoming communities. So after Ulladulla, there's Bateman's Bay, Bega and Eden are the big ones, but there's a lot of small towns in there as well. You know where you are. So if you're on that route, say g'day. So all the best. Captain Australia's Big Walk. I'm going to keep moving. Thanks so much for your time and interest. Take care of yourselves.